Hello everyone, my name is Circling, the train unprofessional. Welcome back to Winds of Change. On the last episode, we found out that we're gay! No, we didn't find out in the last episode, did we? We knew that all the fuck along. We knew that! We're just gonna keep going, shall we? Okay, let's fucking go! That's right, we were about to visit the Grand Tree. That's what I said, isn't it? Isn't it? That's what I said. Ugh, the lighting is fucked. You can see the square, and I'm so sorry. Hello, everyone. My name is Link, the trained unprofessional. It's fucking... Whoa. Playing with the settings, playing with the settings. The Grand Tree towers above everything else in Valinor. And because of Valinor's altitude, it towers above the world. We take slow steps across the makeshift bridge, holding onto the sides. Valessa stops in her tracks, taking in the surroundings. A hint of confusion appears on her face as she breaks the silence. Stopping as well for Tame, and I listen to her words.
Alright, we really need to talk. Seer, what are your thoughts on all this? You've been totally silent since we left Milas.
Well, we did just leave them. I mean, it was like a 2-second walk. The fuck is that? I don't know what that is or why it's on my desk.
Hey, Valessa, no prying. Let him open up when he wants to.
I'm just curious, that's all. It's not like Milas treated us to afternoon tea. Everything is different. Besides, venting can help.
Let us choose the heart. Follow the heart of the cards.
You've always had purpose, actually. But I think I understand what you mean. You aren't just another seer. You're special.
No. She turns back around and we continue walking. I wonder, does this work? No. I try to admire the scenery, but that attempt is short-lived, for Tame, who had taken the lead, also stops in his tracks.
Actually, on the subject of venting, there's something I need to get off my chest. Or, I guess, there's something I need to ask you to.
What's that?
Sure. What is it?
Yeah, what's that?
I know we don't like talking about this, and sometimes we pretend it never even happened. But we can't anymore. We're going to Mazeo. So I think now we need to face the facts. That's the last place our parents were... I mean, they were there when it happened.
Casualties of the occupation.
Now we have the chance to fight back against the Triumvirate. They were directly responsible for what happened there. Are we doing this for Alestia? Or for ourselves?
That's actually a good goddamn question right there.
You mean revenge? Fortim, I don't know how to answer that. All of our parents... That was so long ago.
I don't know if that makes me a bad person or not. But we can't just fight because Milas told us to. We each need a purpose, even if they're different.
I guess I want Alestia's freedom. Is that not reason enough to fight?
That's a goal, Valessa, not a purpose. Let me ask the seer, why do you fight? What weight will you carry with that blade?
Fuck. Oh, Jesus. We've been following the heart so long, so let us follow the heart. I drive to protect my friends from danger. Yes.
Good. Tap into that drive whenever you can. Don't let any swing of your blade lack purpose. A fight without purpose is a fight you'll never win. I have more to say though, so hold on.
Good.
Our parents went to Mazeo together, as a group of friends. Now, we're doing the same. And trust me, I'm worried. They got caught up in a fight, and we will too. But I don't want to die. I want to save Alestia. So promise me, we'll stay together. Right until the end.
Well, that's not even a fucking... of course, until the end, duh.
There we go. That's the spirit. With that attitude, we'll never lose. Now let's get that blade and head to Mazeo.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I'm about ready to get off this bridge. Not exactly the best place for a heart-to-heart. Though, honestly, I'm glad you opened up.
Oh, we're on a bridge. Something bad's gonna happen. I don't trust bridges.
Actually, I think I found my
I barely
purpose.
trust Jeff Bridges.
I want to fight to protect my closest friends. So, about that promise, I'll be here. right until the end.
Hell yeah! I nod and they smile at one another. A few moments later, we continue our trek to the Grand Tree. This time, however, we reach our goal with no interruptions. As soon as we enter, we all spread out. Perhaps covering more ground would help us find it easier. However, much to our surprise, it's out in the open.
Wait, that's it?
It's wrapped up in a sack! A sack! In front of the Grand Tree's altar. The general shape and size were easily discernible to me. It was the instrument of my death and Valenor's destruction.
There's a letter attached to it. Let's see what it says.
Wait, hold on. I don't think we're supposed to touch it. We should probably leave this one to the seer.
Probably.
I'm sure it's fine as long as it's covered up. Very well. Feel free to do the honors.
Yeah, scrubs, get out of the way, it's my turn, yeah, yeah. They both look at me, leaving me little choice in the matter. It's not like they had any choice in this either, however. Taking slow steps to the altar, I look down at the letter.
Well, what does it say?
I don't fucking know. I kneel down and pull off the letter, breaking some adhesive. It's from Milas, and it gives us a bit more information. None of us have really left Valinor, so guidance is helpful.
Instructions from Milas. Thank you for following my directions. It's good to know we'll be able to work with each other on this grand endeavor. Hidden inside this package here is the blade we talked about earlier, otherwise known as the Blade of Exodus. I'm not sure why it's been given such a name, but it was the Triumvirate's choice. As soon as you take it, please ensure that it never leaves your sight. A guide, Zamira, will be waiting for you on Main Street. He'll guide you to Peregrino, where you'll meet up with Pro, a trusted ally and longtime rebel. From there, Pro will guide you to Mazeo. Pro might seem a bit incompetent at first, but he's simply been following my orders. Having him come here and get you, as Damek originally planned, was much too risky. Instead, I told him to pass time in the tavern until you bring the blade to him. I had Zamira meet him in the dead of night in Valinorth's outskirts to retrieve the blade and bring it to where you are now. This way, no villagers were aware, and there was no chance of complications arising. I'm sure Damek will understand this delay. One final thing. I authorize you with access to Solberg, now that you know its secret. Feel free to stop there on your journey.
Jesus. I put the letter in my pocket and look at Fortame and Valessa. It seems that our next objective was clear. Much better than before. If Milas simply threw us into the wild, we'd get lost immediately.
The Blade of Exodus. That's a bit of a weird name, isn't it? Do you think that's the person who made it?
Maybe.
Or maybe it's a title for whoever wields it. You know, something like Seer or Cirrus. What about it? Should we call you Exodus?
I like the sound of that, actually.
Don't tell me you're considering it. Come on, we need to blend in, not stand out. Might as well put a huge label on yourself.
Jesus, sorry.
All right. Forget I suggested it. Let's get out of here before we waste too much time. We're supposed to meet someone named Zamira, right?
Yeah.
I know them. They typically guard the town gate. No better person to carry out a secret mission in the night. I'm glad we'll have a guide. I was starting to worry we'd get lost.
Yeah. None of us have ever left Valinorth before. I'm sure it'll be great. We can even check out Solberg. Grab the blade, Seer. The villagers would never question you.
I nod. As the seer, they wouldn't care what I carried. But I can understand if they saw an outsider with the blade. Milas's plan of using Zamira was definitely the best course of action. As we ventured to Mazeo, however, some people might stare. But we're in a group, so I doubt they'd try anything. I pitied a fool who picked a fight with the Blade of Exodus. I carefully unwrap the package. The sight of the weapon causes me to tense up. I can almost feel the pain of last night's vision. Valessa and Fortame looked down, seeing it for the first time. I exchange glances with them before my eyes return to the blade. I grip it for the first time, and that's when everything changes. With a blinding flash of white light, I fall back. Landing on the floor, I'm unable to see or move. It isn't much longer till I can't breathe, either. I hear Valessa and Fortame call out to me, but as my senses are robbed, their shouts slowly fade. A series of visions play out before me, and I can do little but watch.
You mean this was all just a trap? No, I don't believe it. I'm not giving up.
What?
To think all of that was stored in this. After we tell the people, everything will change.
Yeah, it seems as though.
We will aid you in this fight. But you are no longer a rebellion. Today, you become something much more.
Wait! Think about what you are doing. Without us, there is no freedom.
Don't worry, nothing personal. Just playing with the hand I've been dealt.
The shadowed man approaches me with dagger in his hand. I can't fight back. It just watches these things it into my gut. Jesus Christ! Soon after I'm paralyzed on the ground, I can hear him laughing. What the fuck? Holy shit! Jesus shitballs! I gasped for air and I gripped the spot where he stabbed me. Valessa and Fortame let out a huge sigh of relief. In my other hand, I hold the blade of Exodus tightly. I throw it across the room as I slowly gain my breath. They help me rise to a sitting position. The concern on the face is clear. Thankfully, I'm able to relax before they decide to question me.
What happened?
The blade, it gave me visions!
Wait, how is that possible? The spirits are the ones who give visions. Could it have something to do with your energy?
Possible.
Valessa, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you
need to make sure
think!
he's safe.
Right, sorry. Will you be okay? Can you move?
I'll be fine, don't worry.
Good. I'm glad to hear. Miles left a change of clothes for you. It was tucked underneath the blade, see?
I don't get to wear my dress? Oh, fuck you guys. I wanted to be a fucking dress-clad warrior. She points to the package that held the blade. Resting there is a set of battle-ready clothing. A holster, a scabbard is built on into the back.
Maybe Miles knew that touching it was risky. If you wear this outfit, you can sheath the blade. It might be best to conceal it and minimize contact.
No kidding.
Wait, then why didn't he tell us that? Seems like a stupid thing to leave out.
Huh.
I guess you have a point. Oh, well, I'm glad that things are fine. You should go get changed, Seer.
I think mostly he would leave that out, so we made sure that we saw it. She tilts her head to an alcove at the back of the grand tree. I guess it would provide sufficient privacy, so I grab the clothes. They turn their backs to me as an extra gesture of consideration. It looks like a mixture of Valessa and Fortame's outfit. Made of flexible material, I was clearly ready for a fight. The scabbard was adjustable. I could position it for my dominant hand. What should I do? Right-handed access, because I'm a right-handed motherfucker. I tilted to the right for easy access with my right hand. Not that I expected to be touching the blade all too often. When the rest of the outfit is on, I walk back out into the open.
Whoa, that looks really good on you. A lot more fitting than that fancy dress.
Meh. The dress was lovely and you know it.
That's everything we need then? I mean, aside from the blade?
We all look to where I threw it earlier. Before we left, I'd have to touch it again. I could sense the anxiety within my friends.
Look, whatever happens, we're here for you. I doubt it'll be as bad as last time. And you're fine.
He could have worded that a bit better, but there was truth to it. It was such a shock last time because I didn't expect it at all. But I was a seer of Valinor. I was meant to wield this blade. I slowly walked towards it, kneeling down when I got there. Whatever happened this time, I wouldn't let it control me. I'd grab it to remind myself that I am the one with the spirits. White light overtakes me again, but that's all. I could still move, breathe, and sense my surroundings. Deep within me, I feel a connection defying explanation. It's beautiful, and I'd like to stay like this way forever. Unfortunately, the feeling soon turns into something more. In a matter of seconds, the source of beauty is one of fright. I quickly sheathed the blade to prevent any damage. Whatever that was, doing it for too long would hurt me. It seems that using this weapon would require some practice.
Well, that looked fine to me. You didn't end up on the floor, at least.
Yeah, it was a piece of cake.
Now, that's what I like to hear. Good to know it was just a first-time thing. Hopefully Dominic can give us more information.
I'm curious to learn more about it. Like, where it came from and who made it. Hopefully we figure that out along the way.
I hope she gets, like, I hope she wakes up at some point, because it sounds like she was just drowsy as shit.
So, should we get going? Or is there anything else we need to do?
We're supposed to meet Zamira on Main Street, but we should save that until we're ready to leave. One last look around Valinor couldn't hurt.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier. I don't want to leave anything behind.
The game telling me to keep playing. A new feature, Party Banter, has been unlocked. Following the text box, a brief tutorial will display. Previous areas of Valinor have been updated. While you can talk to party members, they can also talk amongst themselves. Icons at the top right and center areas will indicate which combinations to look talk whether you viewed the table before. Click the character icon to view the party bed scene. You can now leave Valinor at the world map. Click the icon here to exit will meet up with Zamira. The icon lead to Main Street will function as normal.
It's so beautiful inside the Grand Tree. Too bad they rarely let the scribe in training come here. I wish I had more time to spend in Valinor.
Actually, that's not a scribe in training rule. It was more like a Fortum rule. No offense.
Oh shit.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're not exactly a quiet person. This is a sacred place, and silence is essential.
Why didn't you tell me? I would have been quiet, I promise. Just like when I go to the library.
Hey, I don't make up the rules, but honestly, I wish I would have fought it. I didn't realize our time here would be so limited. I thought we'd be here until we were old and gray. But to think that Valinor would just be a small face? You're not the only one who has regrets, Fortune.
At least you were allowed inside. I was kept out because of my big mouth. Well, I guess I'm the only one to blame. I'll try to watch my mouth from now on.
I give you 10 minutes, tops.
Oh shit.
Hey!
Oh, Shane Parallel Chronicle. Let's see this. Shane paced around his prison cell, feeling the walls, looking for any structural weaknesses, anything he could use. He's been there for so long, far too long, and the isolation was messing with him.
Come on, Shane, there's gotta be something. You were supposed to break out of here ages ago. This mission is a bust. Dominic must be worried sick.
There's a strange similarity between this voice and that of the mayor of Mazeo. He knocked on the hard wall of the cell and found nothing. He'd been here ever since Dominic assumed control of the rebellion. His objective was to get caught on purpose and scan their castle, but his intel would do little good if this was his final resting place.
Come on, you need to do this.
He looks
Nobody
scary.
else has come through here and lived. You're gonna be the first, Shane. I know it.
Why you gotta look so scary? A voice sounds from the doors of the prison. Sophie enters, laughing at what he just witnessed.
Ooh, looks like you're taking this worse than I thought. I need to talk with you, Shane, so come close.
And what makes you think I'll listen?
We haven't yet broken out the torture. But trust me, you're walking a fine line.
Whatever, just make it quick. I hate the sound of your voice. That, and I was enjoying my time alone.
You really don't care whether you live or die. Good. I like that in a potential soldier of mine.
Oh shit, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Name your weapon proficiencies.
You're the one who caught me, Sophie. You should know full well what weapons I use.
I said proficiencies. Remember how easily I took you down?
Oh shit.
Fine. I'm good with a bow. I can play with daggers too, but not as well. Just give me some arrows and point to a target.
Shane felt a sense of hope rise within him. If Sophie tried to recruit him, he could gain more intel. It wouldn't be hard to miss his shots on purpose. Unfortunately, his hopes were immediately destroyed.
Good. I'll have no problem finding you a bow. We're leaving on a mission, so follow me. You'll be seeing your allies sooner than you thought. Wait, are you smiling? Shane, I don't think you know what's happening. Taking you with me? This is your punishment.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
Yes. I'll line up a few of your allies. Then you'll show me how well you handle a bow. If you don't obey, I'll make you suffer.
Oh, shit.
And if you do obey, well, your friends will think you've defected. They'll give up all hope of rescuing you.
Shit.
Then I can keep you here as long as I like. I know you may not fear death, Shane, which is why I'll give you something far worse. Now, come with me. There's much to discuss. And remember what will happen if you disobey. It's time to realize that you belong to me.
God damn. Alright, so we were at the Grand... Oh, fuck. There's more. Okay, here we go. Parallel Chronicle Sophie number 3. Here we go. Sophie stood in front of the Triumvirate's castle. With Shane at his side, everything was set in motion. Halen was late, likely learning some truth from his masters. The same truth from his masters, but as soon as he arrived, the plan of attack would commence.
We can sail to Mazeo in under a day. There's a ship waiting for us at the Balteus docks. As soon as Halen arrives, we'll be free to go.
Odd choice of words. I highly doubt I'll be free to go. Though I'm a little excited that Halen is coming along. He was much better than you. More threatening as well.
Oh, shit.
Shane, this isn't about being threatening. It's about who can put their foot down when they need to. Halen is all talk. Lots of promises, but no follow-through.
Way to just sell your buddy short, dude.
Right, of course. Thanks for the heads up. I'll remember that next time he tries interrogating me. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you didn't like him.
I doubt he's long for this world. A Grand Inquisitor needs to be more than talk. That, and I work much better when I'm alone.
Working alone, huh? I don't think that's a very good idea. What if you get into a bind? Who'd help you then?
I don't get into binds, Shane. I'm more in the habit of putting them on others.
Yeah, we'll see how far that gets ya. So, what's the plan anyway? Attacking Valinor? You want the blade...
Shit,
Why would I
sorry.
tell you that? Don't assume camaraderie between us.
I fucking skipped too early, I'm sorry.
Fine, fine. Just trying to get involved.
So you can write to your rebel friends, no doubt. Don't try anything, Shane. I'm watching you. Besides, Valinor is an insignificant part of our plan. When we're finished, Alestia will be forever changed.
Oh, shit. Well, let's see what Damek is up to. The tunnels underneath Mazeo were quiet, almost eerily so. Grizz and Damek met in secret, not deep enough to run into trouble. Any further, though, and they'd cross paths with the Triumvirate Honor's Guard.
I guess that settles it. The deed is yours. You have lots of work to do, Damek. What comes first?
Lots of dusting, I presume. Though there's something odd about these tunnels. The Honor Guard has no need to eat, sleep, or socialize. Being empty suits of armor, they need none of that. But go any deeper and you'll see an entire hideout. Bedrooms, training rooms, a library, and more.
Maybe that's why they never found what we were after. They were too busy building some sort of utopia.
It'll be easy to fortify against attacks. They've practically done it for us already. I just wish I knew why. It's so peculiar.
I have a theory of my own, actually.
And what is that?
You know how those things are created, yes? The Grand Inquisitor and that life-stealing sword. Well, he was at my side when we occupied Mazeo.
I see.
The members of the Honor Guard that wander these tunnels. I think they're the spirits of those we killed, Damek. Perhaps they just want to continue living. It's heartbreaking.
That's an understatement. But it explains the beds and living quarters. And if they retain some memory, they'd hate the Triumvirate.
Hate the Triumvirate.
Yeah, which is why they never completed their job. Or at the very least, intentionally threw their progress.
A theory with merit, I'll give you that much. But now we found what you're after, what happens? I think you should tell me what you really want with it.
You can think all you want, but it won't happen. Just know that I'm looking to make up for something. I can never undo the occupation, but I have an idea.
Very well. Whenever you're ready.
I just realized that dude is wearing a fucking
As long as I have the deed,
sheepskin.
I'm satisfied. When the seer arrives, however, I'd love to hear more.
Ah, there is something new.
So, this might be the last time we see the town square. Is there anything we should do before we go?
I guess one last drink would be nice. The water from Valinor is always so pure. Want to share some with me, Valessa?
No.
Sure. We can use the cups I left here earlier. I was just finishing my water run when we all met up.
So, what should we toast to?
Toast?
Like toast with water?
Yeah, and this is a big day, right? We should probably drink to something. Especially if it's the last time we might be here.
Oh, let's see. What about new beginnings? Or something like being with friends?
What about new beginnings with friends? I think that's rather fitting for us.
Sounds good to me. To new beginnings with friends. May our bonds never break.
Yay. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Pro! This is the first time we've seen Pro. Let's see what they're up to. Pro slammed his hand of cards down on the table. His opponent scoffed and shouted accusations of cheating. He smirked as he made his way to the bar, laughing them off. With his newfound riches, he'd celebrate over a drink.
Only when they lose do they accuse me of cheating. Where I come from, it's called a sore loser, Aaron.
Oh shit.
It's only being sore if you're not cheating. Pro, are you swindling people in my tavern again?
Now, that's such a terrible way of putting it. There's nothing wrong with using sleight of hand to win. I like to think that they're paying me for my awesome tricks.
Jesus.
And taking it out on me and my tavern. Yeah, I can see why you think that's so much fun. You're not the one who has to clean up after the brawls.
Trust me, I'd kill for a brawl right now. And remember, this isn't your tavern.
Sure it is. Has my name on the deed and everything.
Oh yeah? Say that to Domic's face. He's only keeping you open as an intermediary. We need a neutral place between Mazeo and Valinor.
Yeah, say that out loud.
Trust me, Pro. I'd manage just fine on my own. Most people come here for the drinks and the fun. Domic's support is a bonus, not really a necessity.
Again, the voice sounds very similar. Like, it sounds like it's made from the same guy that does the voice of Grizz. It's obviously not the same voice, but it just sounds like it's the same person.
Besides, how is your investigation going? Weren't you looking into the seer or something? Hard to do that when you play cards all day.
You think I'm playing, but I'm secretly listening. Your patrons have given me a great deal of information.
So you're stealing that from them too? Are you ever gonna give anything back around here?
Yeah, I'm this close to making my move. There's this really cool sword being held in Valinor. I'm supposed to retrieve it along with the seer. Of course, that was almost a week ago. Domic is pretty impatient, so I better hurry. If I take any longer, he might send someone else.
Oh shit.
That's the smartest thing you've said. Not today or this week, just in general. It's not like that blade will come to you.
It's kind of what we're doing.
Here, try this new ale that just came in. But after that, you really need to get to work. I'm afraid you're scaring away some of my business.
Yeah, I'll get right on it. At least let me write my boss first. There's a bunch of stuff he has to know.
You mean Domec? He's my boss too, you know.
Yeah, of course. I'll grab a paper, and you break out that ale. It better be as good as you're making it sound.
He just said it was new. He didn't say it was good.
Hey, Fortum. Remember those apples you used to love?
Yeah, how could I forget? You can't get them anymore, though. The Triumvirate put a trading ban on Mazeo.
Remember that time I tricked you? I painted a bunch of rocks red and put them in a basket. I told you the trading ban was lifted. You were ecstatic.
Yeah, that's fucking cruel.
Yeah, and that was really mean. My parents used to give them to me before, you know. That made me cry more than you'd think.
Yeah, and I just wanted to apologize. This whole ordeal has me thinking about the past. I wish I spent my time in Valinor a bit better.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I accept your apology. Better late than never, right?
I guess.
Yeah, of course. Once we get to Museo, I'll buy you some for real. An apology is lame. I'm gonna make up for what I did.
Oh, that's lovely. And, of course, we can talk to her now. Hey, do you like living in Valinor?
Yeah, of course I do. It's so peaceful, and everyone is so nice. I don't think Valinor has any real downsides. We're not plagued with piracy like Museo. Our hierarchy works, and we're always stable. If I ever got the chance to leave, I doubt I would. That's partly why I've never left the village. I know that Peregrino is out there in Salberg, but I've only heard stories. I've never actually been.
What can you tell me about Peregrino? I heard
It's
their
a watering
pizza's
hole.
great.
Like a bar? It's popular for people on their way to Valinor. That's why it's called the Pilgrim's Tavern. It's a good business idea, in my opinion. The road to and from Valinor is long and arduous. I bet everybody wants to stop and grab a drink. Or
Yeah.
at least, that's what I've heard. We don't get too many outsiders, but it's still in business. It makes me wonder if there's something more to that place.
Yeah. I mean, again, another mystical, secretive bar that is helping the rebels. I mean, when you got a good trope, might as well use it in multiple games. What about Salberg?
Apparently, each nation has a spirit idol. It's where the spirit realm reaches out into the physical world. Salberg is home to ours, but it's been closed off for a while. It happened around the time we were born, actually. So I've never actually seen one in person. Just in drawings that Fortim and I can find. You know how nature is supposed to hold spiritual energy? Well, that energy has to come from somewhere, right? The idol is actually what delivers it to the land. But one idol can't cover all of Alestia. So, like I said, each nation is supposed to have their own. They're like national treasures, to be heavily guarded.
We might have to leave someday, you know.
I'm not holding my breath, to be honest. We're rather self-sustaining here in Valinor. As long as we have seers and scribes, we'll be good. Everything pertaining to our livelihood can be foreseen. So far, we haven't had to forge any alliances or treaties. And remember, it's been this way for thousands of years. Not that I'm against alliances or anything like that, but we have no purpose to leave, so I probably won't. I need to stay where my role is deemed most important.
What is working with Fortame like?
It's an experience, to say the least. His attention span isn't the best, you know. He'll zone out in the middle of our studies.
Sorry, what were you saying?
And he always finds a way to make things humorous. It can be somewhat frustrating when I'm trying to teach him, but maybe that's just me, and I need to loosen up a little.
He needs to calm down, you need to take things a bit too seriously. As long as we all get along in the end, doesn't matter. Let's go with the neutral.
I guess so. We could hate each other's guts. That would make protecting Valinor quite hard. Considering that, I think things are pretty good. I guess I'll just work on my tolerance for his antics. I kinda thought you'd agree, and now I feel weird. But if this is just a Valessa problem, I'll fix it.
Sorry, Valessa, I didn't mean to put you out like that.
As always, you have a way of putting things in perspective. Sorry if it sounded like I was bashing his personality. It was more like an observation, that's all.
Are you all prepared for the ceremony?
Yeah, definitely. I've been preparing for weeks. It's not too complicated, at least for me.
I think this dialogue was actually before we found out we'd have to leave, because I was just thinking about, like, why the fuck would they say we might have to leave while we're leaving? We probably missed this one before, but oh well. Because the ceremony already got called off.
But basically, just recite after Milas. After that, it's one big celebration.
Yeah, this whole
My role
dialogue
is
is
minimal.
kind of fucking...
This is your special day. As long as you can handle the spotlight, you're good.
There's a book. Where the fuck is the book? Team's house in tip-top condition. It looks brand new. It looks very Oh, I noticed a book on the porch. His name on the front. I can only assume it's his own work.
Visions and paintings. A vision from the spirits is apparently more like a painting. When a vision is over, a seer or seeress can often vividly recall the bigger picture, while smaller elements are lost in translation. For example, if the vision was about the death of a villager, that part would be clear. However, how they died and what reaction each individual villager had to their death would be unclear. Instead of knowing this information, it is more like a gut feeling or a single interpretation of the events. In some cases, it is as if the spirits send us a single picture of an event, and the seer or seeress goes on to act it out in a dream in whatever way they can make sense of it. If at any time there was more than one seer or seeress, it is likely that their interpretations of each vision would be vastly different. But as there is only one seer or seeress at a time, we will never be able to put this to the test. Instead, the scribe discusses each vision in depth with the seer or seeress, and they come to an agreeable interpretation. Oftentimes, the smaller elements are disregarded, and only the bigger picture is given any credence. Using the death as an example, we would only assume a death is coming to Valenorth. Digging into why it was going to happen would be impossible. Although, as the spirit's ability to reach out to us and communicate slowly increases over time, we have to wonder if soon these visions will be concrete, and interpretations would become a thing of the past. Fortem.
Isn't that cool to think about, Seer? The spirits are artists, and your mind is the canvas. There's so much work required in interpreting visions.
He caught us reading his shit.
Of course, the spirits grow stronger every day. It's already gotten to a point where a scribe is near useless. I have more volumes written on the subject. I'm sure you'll find them.
Nice.
Can you believe how much stronger they've gotten, though? I wrote this book years ago and it's almost outdated. We've been able to witness so much growth in one generation.
Been to all the places, we did all the dialogues. So I guess the last thing would be to go to the exit. Would you like to leave Valenorth? Yes. Yes, I would. And we will do that on the next episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Drain Legend. Leave with a voice in my ear while I'm saying done and bye. Those were words.